Okay. Joining us now is our race winner of today's Aaron's 499, and that is Kevin Harvick. He drives the number 29 Shell Pennzoil Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. And Kevin, congratulations on the win, and take us through the last few laps.
Yeah, well, obviously we were tight on fuel. We were able to save enough gas to get where we needed to be for all the green-white checkers. And then once we got kind of past that window, you know, it was just all about timing, and the timing worked out exactly how we wanted it to work out. We knew coming into the trial we needed to be second, and he moved to the right and I moved to the left, and that was it.
Okay, we'll take a question in the press box for Kevin Harvick. Go ahead.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Kevin, on that last pass there at the line, was that more a matter of you being able to loosen Jamie up, or was this a little bit of a throwback to the old slingshot draft one-on-one there?
No, I think, you know, yesterday in practice you just saw a lot of guys practicing that, and you have basically one move. As long as you stayed against their bumper, you were able to shoot past them, and then as you shot past them, it slowed them down, and you could stay ahead for, you know, several hundred feet there, you know, until they drew back even. So it was just worked out absolutely perfect on the timing side of it.
Kevin is joined by team owner Richard Childress. Richard, congratulations. You're certainly no stranger to winning here at Talladega, but this one's got to feel good.
This is about as sweet as it gets. This is as good a race as you could see at Talladega. I think they broke a record for lead changes, and the spoiler and everything on the cars worked great. And talked to Kevin. I was talking about it. He said, I don't know if you want to be in the lead, and he was right. Second place was the right place to be.
Go ahead. We have another question in the press box, and then we'll come downstairs. Go ahead.
Ed Hinton again, just with a follow. Kevin, when you were talking about what y'all were practicing out there, is that a function of drafting or slowing the other guy down, loosening him up?
Well, when you get right against
air?
Yeah, it's air. I mean, you're right against the bumper, and as soon as you pull to the left and you get the front of your air pushing against his spoiler, it immediately slows that car down, and until you break all the way out, you know, you're not pushing all the air that the front car's pushing. So you got a couple things working for you.
We'll go over here to the Associated Press. Go ahead.
Jennifer Fryer, Associated Press. Kevin, is it fair to say the Daytona 500, the green-white checkered rule, would you have maybe won that race because if not for that rule, and then it comes back today, ironic, and then you win today because of the rule?
Yeah, I remember Gil being kind of down in the dumps and telling Mike Helton, you know, he said that rule sucks. Mike told him, he patted him on the back. He said it'll all come full circle, and you know, today it all worked itself out, and you know, we were able to finish it off.
Okay, let's go right here. Go ahead.
Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. Congratulations, guys. Richard, you as a team, this is your first points victory, I believe, since October of 2008, and comes at a time when you're trying to put together a new sponsor deal for next year. How big is this?
Oh, it's a great win for Kevin and myself. You know, it's we've had good cars. You know, I think we won the Daytona 500 or 499 or whatever it was, and then the 510. We just didn't win the Daytona 520. So we've been right there. Had a good shot at California, and we got the cars running good. I really feel good about everything the 29 teams got going right now. We want to win that championship.
We'll go right here and then to Don.
Kevin Allen, Cavano, WSOC. Juan called it the best show that you probably could have seen. What did you think of the Have At It Boys mentality out there and all the record lead changes, the racing of it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we spent the first part of the day just really trying to protect ourselves, you know, making laps, and waited till about 50 or 60 laps to go. And, you know, it's a lot easier for us to race when we're not trying to figure out the rules. We just kind of do what we do, and, you know, everybody's pretty good at the bump draft and stuff now, especially here because the grip's so high.
Let's go to Don.
Don Coble with Morris News Service. Kevin, you said you had to wait till you got to the tri-oval there, but how hard was it not to just want to jump out? I mean, you said it was timing. How hard was it for you not to make that move?
The whole day was hard, you know, because we don't like to sit back there and you know, really just kind of protect our car the first part of the race, but the last four or five times here we've wrecked, and we didn't want to wreck today, and I know we finished on the stat sheet, but you know, we had tore up race cars, and we wanted to finish the race, you know, at least not wreck in the first half of the race and get way behind. So that was hard, but we made a plan before the race, and I'm telling you, every piece of it played out exactly how we wanted to play it. We put 4 tires on the car when we wanted to. We pitted when we wanted to. We stayed out of the pack when we wanted to until it was time. And then coming to the last lap, I mean, that's exactly how we planned it out on paper. It's hard to not pull out, but I could see that we were way in front of all the guys behind us with the push that I was able to give Jamie there. And when he made that dart to the right, I immediately went to the left.
Probably have time for a couple more questions for Kevin before we release him. Go ahead.
Kevin, Doug Turnbull, WSB Radio. There was 88 lead changes, I think, amongst 29 leaders. The records on both accounts. Do you attribute that to the bigger restrictor plate, to the wing, to the have at it boys? Is there something in particular that caused that, or a combination of all of them, or what?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think a lot of people put a lot of effort into the spoiler and restrictor plate size and making sure that the racing was what it needed to be. And I think that they're all contributing factors in some way.
Any other questions for Richard or Kevin? I think Gil Martin will be in here shortly. Any other questions? Mike Mulhern has one.
Mike Muller, MikeMullern.net. Would you like this package of Daytona? It's going to be repaved. It's going to be nice and smooth, sort of a small Talladega. Do you feel comfortable going to Daytona racing like this?
It'll be a lot different because it's so much narrower. I think you'll see. I think Daytona could become the new Talladega with more carnage because it's so narrow.
Any other questions? One more. Go ahead. Last one.
Kevin, what is it about this track that something always seems to happen in the last lap or so and gives the fans a thrill?
Yeah, I think it's, the draft obviously has a lot to do with everything that's going on. And, everybody's become so good at drafting and timing and really doing what they need to do. And, the guy in second is really can make something happen with the first car. And there's a lot of cars that were pushing each other. And so, there's just a lot of pieces, moving pieces that can make a lot of exciting finishes.
Kevin, Richard, congratulations. Kevin, better let you get out to that race car.
Right.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys.